Hello everybody. Today we'd like to learn about participles. Forms of participles. Bentuk dari participles. If the participle of a noun is the agent or doing the action of the participle, choose an ing form. Jika kata kerja participle dari sebuah kata benda adalah sebagai pelaku atau melakukan action dari kata yang disebutkan di participle itu, pilihlah bentuk ing. Let's have some examples. The presentation was tiring for the speaker. Presentasi itu melelahkan untuk pembicara. Tiring in this context means melelahkan. It was a tiring presentation for the speaker. Itu adalah presentasi yang melelahkan bagi sang pembicara. Jadi partisiple bentuk ing dalam kalimat ini bermakna me. If the participle is not the agent, choose an ed form. Jika partisiple itu bukanlah pelakunya, pilihlah bentuk ed. Let's have some examples. The speaker felt tired, so she took a break. Sang pembicara merasa lelah, jadi dia beristirahat. Tired bermakna lelah. The tired speaker took a break. Pembicara yang lelah itu beristirahat. So remember, tiring versus tired. Tiring is melelahkan, then tired is lelah. And now let's go to the participle clauses atau participle dalam bentuk klausa. An ing form can be used when two things occur at the same time. Bentuk ing dapat digunakan ketika dua hal terjadi pada waktu yang bersamaan. Let's have an example. He suddenly went outside, shouting at everyone as he left. Dia tiba-tiba pergi keluar, berteriak pada siapa saja ketika dia pergi. There are two actions in the sentence. The first is went outside, and the second one is shouting. Ada dua perbuatan yang dilakukan dalam kalimat ini. Yang pertama adalah pergi keluar, went outside, dan yang kedua adalah berteriak, shouting. An ing form can be used when one action occurs as a result of the first action. Bentuk ing dapat digunakan ketika satu perbuatan adalah hasil dari perbuatan yang pertama. For example, she hurt herself cutting papers. Dia melukai dirinya sendiri saat memotong kertas. Dia memotong kertas dan hasilnya adalah dia melukai dirinya sendiri. An ing form clause can be an explanation of the following main clause. Klausa yang mengandung bentuk ing bisa merupakan penjelasan dari klausa utama yang mengikutinya. Let's have these examples. Feeling tired, he left the office early. Karena merasa capek, dia meninggalkan kantor lebih dini. The longer version of the sentence is, because he felt tired, he left the office early. Karena dia merasa capek, dia meninggalkan kantor lebih dini. Dan kemudian klausanya direduksi, dihilangkan kata because dan subjeknya hilang, because and he hilang. Kemudian felt verb 2 dirubah menjadi feeling karena felt ini aktif. Jadi feeling tired, he left the office early. Use the ed form when the object of the original verb serves as the subject of the main clause. Gunakan bentuk ed ketika objek dari kata kerja itu berfungsi sebagai subjek dari klausa utama. Let's have a look at this example. Located on a hill, the hotel commands a fine view. Berlokasi dalam bukit, hotel itu memiliki pemandangan yang indah. The complete and longer version of this sentence is: the hotel is located on a hill. The hotel commands a fine view. Kemudian, klausa the hotel is located on a hill direduksi menjadi located on a hill saja. An ed form can be used after if, when, while, once, and until, particularly in formal style. Bentuk ed bisa digunakan setelah kata if, when, while, was, dan until, khususnya dalam gaya bahasa formal. Let's have a look at some examples. Once switched on, the photocopier needs time to warm up. Bermakna, ketika dinyalakan, mesin fotokopi membutuhkan waktu untuk pemanasan. Switched on bermakna pasif, dinyalakan. If asked to sign the contract, make sure you read it carefully. Bermakna, jika diminta untuk menandatangani kontrak, yakinkan bahwa kamu telah membacanya dengan hati-hati. Ask di sini bermakna diminta. So, we can conclude that the ing form means an active action, and the ed form is the passive one. Let's go to the first exercise, incomplete sentences. Number 1. There is news about the company acquisition. What's the answer? Excite, excitement, exciting, excited. The answer is exciting. Okay, let's write the answer here and let's get the meaning of this sentence. There is exciting news about the company acquisition. Ada berita yang menggembirakan tentang akuisisi perusahaan. So the word exciting means menggembirakan because the news membuat orang bergembira. Jika kita isikan dengan option D, apa yang terjadi? There is excited news about the company acquisition. Kalimat itu akan bermakna ada berita yang gembira tentang akuisisi perusahaan itu. We have to remember that what we need here is the ing form, a participle meaning active action. Let's go to number 2. To be offered such a high salary, she decided to accept the position. What's the answer? Surprising, to surprise, surprisingly, or surprised. The answer is D. Surprised. Let's go to the whole meaning of the sentence. Surprised to be offered such a high salary, she decided to accept the position. Surprised bermakna terkejut. Karena terkejut ditawari pekerjaan dengan gaji yang tinggi itu, dia memutuskan untuk menerima posisi itu. Surprised lawannya adalah surprising, mengejutkan. If you complete the sentence with surprising, the sentence will mean mengejutkan karena ditawari gaji yang tinggi. Dia memutuskan untuk menerima posisi itu. We have to remember that she is not someone who is mengejutkan, but she is someone who is terkejut. So, surprised it is. Number 3. The last to leave, he was blamed for the theft. What's the answer? Is it be, been, being, or was? The answer is C, being. So the whole sentence will be, being the last to leave, he was blamed for the theft. Menjadi yang terakhir pergi, dia disalahkan untuk pencurian itu. So, siapa yang terakhir pergi? He. Siapa yang disalahkan? He juga. Next, number 4. The new corporate logo, from a distance, was difficult to see. What's the answer? Is it seen, to be seen, seeing, or to see? The answer is A, seen. And let's write it here. So, the new corporate logo seen from a distance was difficult to see. Ini adalah klausa tambahan. What is the subject of the sentence? The new corporate logo is the subject, and the predicate is the word was. Seen from a distance ini adalah klausa tambahan. If we go to the meaning, it will be logo perusahaan yang baru dilihat dari kejauhan, sulit dilihat. Let's go to the second type of the exercise, which is text completion. Remember that to complete this kind of questions, we have to completely read the text. In the heart of the city, the Plaza Ville Hotel is the most luxurious hotel in town. You have to read this until the word in town before answering it. What do you think is the answer? Is it locating, located, to locate, or to have located? The answer is located. Located in the heart of the city, the Plaza Ville Hotel is the most luxurious hotel. Terletak di pusat kota, the Plaza Ville Hotel adalah hotel yang paling mewah di kota itu. The word is located, terletak, not locating, meletakkan. Let's go to read the next sentences. Each of the 200 rooms has a wonderful view of either the river or the mountains. As part of our weekend package, we offer a free massage and use one of the sauna to our guests. Okay, let's go to the second question. If you need a break, out after a busy week of work, why not check into the Plaza Ville Hotel for some rest and relaxation? What is the answer? Is it wearing, worn, wears, or to wear? The answer is when. Remember, the sentence does not have anything to do with wearing a dress or something like that. Worn out. Worn out after a busy week of work. Bermakna capek. So if we go to the meaning of the sentence, if you need a break, worn out after a busy week of work. Jika Anda membutuhkan istirahat, capek setelah hari kerja yang sibuk, kenapa tidak cek ke Plaza Ville Hotel for some rest and relaxation, untuk istirahat dan relaksasi. Okay everybody, let's go to the next question type, which is vocabulary use. Remember that you have to think about the meaning of every single word carefully before putting them to the question. Number 1, the for imports this year has already been filled. What is the answer? Is it quota, quote, quarter, or quotes? The answer is of course quota, meaning quota. Okay, so let's go to the meaning. The quota for imports this year has already been filled. Kuota import tahun ini sudah terpenuhi. Number 2, for a of reasons, he would not accept our offer. What's the answer? Variation, variant, variety, or varying. The answer is variety. Variety in this context means beberapa. So let's go to the meaning. For a variety of reasons, he would not accept our offer. Untuk beberapa alasan, dia tidak akan menerima tawaran kita. Number 3, wholesale and retail sales, negative growth last month. What's the answer? Is it betrayed, registered, expressed, or scheduled? The answer is registered. So let's go to the meaning. Wholesale and retail sales registered negative growth last month. Penjualan wholesale dan retail mencatat perkembangan negatif bulan lalu. Number 4, in the 1930s, there was a worldwide economic data and mass unemployment. Is it policy, bankruptcy, inflation, or depression? The word is depression. Okay, let's go to the meaning. In the 1930s, there was a worldwide economic depression and mass unemployment. Pada tahun 1930, ada depresi ekonomi sedunia dan pengangguran massa. Okay, everybody, I guess that's all for our today's meeting. Thank you very much for participating. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day and bye.